Good evening. I thought it might be appropriate. This is the first time we've met in a while. I'm trying to think the last time we had a meeting. It might have been March or April.
I think it was April.
Okay. And we set this date. I think this date snuck up on some people because here we are in August after April felt like yesterday in some ways.
Yes.
Summer was very quick.
Yes, it was.
So if I could have someone start. Mike, I'm picking on you.
Hello, Mike Lastra, Principal, Eastside Academy.
Ella Rose, Principal, Wikiwachi High School.
Steve Cronally, Executive Director, Support Operations.
Matt Goldrick, Director of Labor Relations and Professional Standards.
And Megan Schlechter, Director of Federal Programs.
Alexis Brown, Director of Human Resources.
Mandy Harmon, Union Secretary and also school bus driver.
Tom Kelly, President of HUSW.
Oh, it's me. Kim Hudson. I have a new title, I think. I am now Service Unit Director of Florida Education Association, serving Citrus and Hernando counties.
Whew.
Hopefully.
Ron Ralph, Maintenance.
James Sloan, Para, Winding Waters.
So I have some information to share based on topics I think will be relevant to our discussion tonight. Do you guys have something you want to start with?
Well, we just have the MOU that we left off with last time about the attendance and safety bonus and the HVAC critical shortage. Remember, we didn't sign that?
Yep.
Do you remember? But after talking with our team, we wanted to propose adding the bus attendants
Okay.
to the safety bonus and attendance bonus, just because we feel like the attendants are the ones that are directly dealing with children on that bus. And you know that last year we had some safety issues with some of our own attendants. We do realize that the amount allotted is $45,000. So if we were to go over that, then obviously there would be no attendance money awarded in the final part of the year. But we wanted to share this.
Okay.
See if you got it? Okay, I'll just take one. Can you walk those over to those guys?
I got it.
Thank you, thank you.
Here you go, sir. You got the title, give it to Matt. There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I need to go play the lottery. I made enough copies, just enough. Wow. So really, the only thing we changed is the effective date of signature. We wanted to start it on the first day of school when they were driving, obviously, and then just adding the bus attendants. But otherwise, all the language remained the same. That was it.
Okay. So we'll want to give us a few minutes after we get done talking, and so we'll have a small caucus maybe.
Okay. And I don't remember, and I'm sorry I don't remember. I was digging through all of my paperwork that I do promise I do try to keep up with. But it looked like back in January, we had a proposal that we passed about leave of absence and about getting accrued sick leave payout. Do you remember that? Did we pass another one? Did you guys pass one back, or did we have a conversation about it? Do you
Well,
remember?
the accrued sick leave is paid. You're talking about terminal pay?
Not terminal pay.
Okay.
So we remember when Val was here, she had made a argument for a way to kind of help our people during this economic time when things are tough, and being able to use any accrued sick leave days at the end of the school year. They could buy them back for 80% of the value. Do you remember us talking about that?
I do now. Yep.
Okay, and I couldn't remember if you guys passed back another proposal or not.
I don't think we did. We don't what? Okay.
Okay. So I kind of tweaked some of the language on that. I wasn't sure, so I'm not sure where we go from there. Do I?
Do you
need to
have
do
that
I
here?
do.
Okay.
do.
So if you want to give it back to us,
Okay.
and you tweak some of the language, so we can treat it as a new proposal possibly?
yes.
Because we haven't agreed to anything.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Here, I'll give this to you.
Okay. 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 I know with this proposal, we'll want to spend some time researching a little bit, but one concern we'll have, or language we'll need to add, will be something that says people have to have so much built up,
Agreed.
because we don't want to help someone get in a situation where next year they don't have time because they have that tough year where they have to take 2 weeks off for some sickness or something.
Right. I was
Yeah.
thinking after I wrote this, I thought, I wonder if we should have like some wording for holding back a minimum number of days.
Right.
Like you have to have at least 10 days before you can cash anything out. So
Right, because we even have language like that when people donate time.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So I thought about that.
Okay.
So I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay. So yeah, so we understand what you're thinking, and, you know, I think there's benefits to everyone to thinking about something like this. So we could certainly do that. We can certainly look at it and try to get something that could work if we can make it work.
Okay. Thank you. And that's all we have for tonight.
Well, I think since we took the time to get here, I just want to share 2 pieces of data, just so you guys have it. And I'm going to start with this one.
Let me guess, it's about insurance.
Yes, it's about insurance. It's a hot topic right now.
Did
If you haven't heard.
know?
We've been talking about that for a while. Let's talk about the insurance.
Okay, so what this is and what is in front of you, and I put it up on the screen for the benefit of the people at home and the people who joined us tonight, thanks for being here. It kind of looks back at the years, and you'll kind of see this is the year people take either the HMO 60 or 54, this 5770 is the PPO. MLS, if I scroll down here, this is we have just the individual plan up here as a point of reference.
And can you remind everybody what the MLRPS stands for?
So MLR and profit sharing is, we get MLR from the HMO, and we get profit sharing from the PPO, or it might be reversed. I might have that. It's one or the other. One comes from one type of insurance, one comes from the other. But it's basically ways in which Florida Blue or any insurance company gives back money on years that you have less claims. And we had a lot of those pre-2019, I want to say. I think since then, we haven't really received any, but really, we've saved that money, and it has come in. Part of what allowed us to pay for the insurance last year was those MLR and profit-sharing funds.
And what does MLR stand for? I'm just asking for people at home that know.
Monthly loss ratio.
Okay.
And so the reason I wanted to share this is several-fold. So if you look at these numbers, and you'll notice there's not numbers in 22, 25, because I haven't verified those, but that's, when we're talking about a 23% increase this year, look at what we've been used to. So it was kind of staggering to everyone that we finally get 23%. I'll warn everyone that this was not staggering to other Florida districts. Last year, when I went to conferences or meetings with other people doing the work I do, that most of them were facing double-digit increases last year. So we were lucky to only have a 6% increase last year. And what the board has done, and I think it's important for people to understand, is that in 2022, the board only gave $275.36 towards as a contribution towards your health insurance plan. Each year since 2022, we've picked up more and more and more till that's now up to $421. So it's basically gone from $6,000 a year to $10,000 a year. So I did a quick calculation, and that means because of the changes we made between 22 and 26, that's now adding about $8 million to our budget every year in order to keep paying those increased costs. And that's one reason why it's more challenging this year when we have less money coming in because we have less students, et cetera, and we had the same problem last year. So I think that's an important pattern for people just to know one reason we're sitting where we are. Any questions about that? Oh, I guess with this piece, what this little column was, is that initially, we used to give a little bit from the MLR towards individual policies. We stopped that in 2023 because that's when the board started picking up the whole increase. And we only give that to the people who take additional, like if you have a spouse or children or family, they get a little thing. Last year, it only cost the district $100,000 roughly, so it's not a huge investment compared to the rest of the health care budget. But it was just something to say to families and people that have spouses and or maybe one kid, hey, we hear you, we can't do a lot, but here's something. And the other thing that's important for people to know is if you took the most expensive plan, which is the HMO 60, your costs remain constant for those 4 years, 5 years. And if you took the other plan, your premium price, not by a ton, but it's gone down a few dollars because the board gives the same contribution to every person no matter what plan you take. So we've been fortunate not to pass any kind of health care increased costs to the individual. I take the family, so I feel the pain that people feel that take family or spouse or child. I know, that does add, that has not been, we have not been obviously to compete with that, as most businesses don't. It's hard to, we do the employees, or the focus is on the employee. Any questions about that? So I think it's good information you have. You see the history there. And then the other thing that occurred to us is like, I wonder what other counties pay towards health insurance. So I was able to get some answers pretty quickly for several counties. Okay. So in this first bit, down to Manatee, I got this from one source, and you can see Hernando's kind of closer to the top of the heap than the bottom of the heap. Many districts are closer to the 7,000, 8,000, and then we're up here. The other interesting thing is that many districts have decided to go self-funded. You'll see how out of this sampling, only 2 of us are fully insured compared to all those others that are thing. But I think it's interesting. I mean, I would never have guessed that we pay more towards the health care than, say, Hillsborough does, right? Or Pasco, Now, and this is another group of districts. I didn't get it from the same source, so I don't have the self-funded source. But even all of these were above, right? Except for Bradford, which is about the same as us. We're $100 less than Bradford. So I think that's,
Do you know if those folks on the bottom there, are they fully insured or self-insured?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I can probably get that information, but I don't know that right at this moment.
Okay.
And one county that's not on here, you might know. Do you have an idea what the board contribution is for citrus? Okay. Or Marion, for that matter. Oh, Marion's right there.
Marion's on there.
Marion's on there.
Marion picked up, okay, never mind, we won't talk about them. Citrus is self-funded, that I do know.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much they pick up. They're a little bit different because I think they went self-insured years ago.
Right.
Yeah, so they're kind of in a different boat. But I can find out about citrus, definitely. I'll be over there tomorrow for an insurance meeting.
I suspect that, you know, we'll start having the whole statewide, because it's such a statewide crisis,
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll have statewide examples of all 67 counties here shortly. Yeah. So I just wanted to show this to you so you had the knowledge about where Hernando stacks up, what our history has been, and I just think it's useful as we continue discussion to kind of know how we got to the place we are. But I hope it also shows that I think as a district, we've worked hard to take care of our employees who take our insurance. In the current ability that we have with the funding we receive, and we can see that in comparison to other districts. Does that, any questions about that information? Is this useful knowledge, hopefully?
I mean, I think the bottom line is we just have to wait on numbers
Yeah.
for everything. So we're
And-
kind of at a hold until we get that.
And as was stated at the school board meeting last night, you know, we are working on solutions because we recognize that those premiums are staggering. And so we are looking at things. I think the only other thing that's worth mentioning is that we looked at, when we originally looked in the self-funded model at alternate plans, I think the committee all decided the savings we were getting didn't seem worth the cost to the change in benefits. And if we're going to change something, why change something, you know, why make it a little confusing if we have self-insurance and a new plan? However, one of the things I am exploring with Florida Blue and the self-insurance is looking at should those cost benefits be more beneficial? And so they're reworking the numbers on that. So that's one of the things we're looking at. So that could be something. And so I think another fact worth mentioning is I think even if you look at some other counties, they still rank their plans as gold, platinum, silver, bronze. And one thing that was very clear from the self-insurance fleet people that are looking at what Florida Blue's done for us and is doing for us is that we have platinum plans. We have very good plans. And so obviously those cost more. And so we have to think about that as we go forward as a district, what the cost-benefit analysis is going to be when we talk about having a gold plan, and what if some people want a bronze plan, and how do we think about that in terms of what we can offer to our employees? So I think those are going to be part of the discussions as we go through the next few years and figure this out. So do we want to take 10 minutes? Because I want to look at that first proposal and, you know, do a little, it might be something we can do a quick calculation on, or we can come back in 5 minutes and let you know that that's not the
That's fine.
case. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you guys want a place to caucus, or do you want, because I can put you in the Ken Austin room, or are you good here?
We're fine here.
Okay.
We're fine here, as long as the
So-
little ding ding, you know.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
welcome back. So we had a slight modification, so I want to pass this out, and then I will talk about what we talked about. So when we reread through everything to qualify, we discovered that drivers have to both be in attendance and not have any safety infractions. And the attendants aren't driving the bus, obviously. So we thought as a trial, for this 2-year period we're agreeing to, we'll do up to 1,000 for the year. So that's $250 per quarter for each quarter they qualify. They can qualify for each quarter. We do 600 or 150 per quarter for the attendants, because we do want to we need those attendants on there, and it's much easier for them. It's much easier for everyone involved in that bus if the attendance is there all the time. So that is our proposal.
So you're saying 150 to attendance and then 250 for the driver?
Right, because the bus drivers have the additional safety requirement for not ending up a safe driver.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Any
And
re- Sorry, any reason why we wouldn't backdate it to the first day of school? Perfect, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, I see it up there, yep.
And this way, we also, I'm also glad that we're getting this HVAC thing, because we're not focused on that language, but we think it's very important to make sure we keep our HVAC people, so we want to keep this bonus going to do something. Do you guys want a couple minutes, or? Not at all. Do you want to step out to the Ken Austin room, or do you want to just make sure the mics are off? Okay.
I think we're ready to sign.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you for including those folks. The beginning of your contract.
Do we want to schedule something, or do we want to touch base with each other when some other things are figured out and then schedule something?
Well, there's no sense doing it until we figure something out. It's a waste of time for everybody.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't want to come in here and just look at Mike for an hour. I don't mind.
Yeah, so as soon as either of us can call a meeting for either reason. We're obviously going to meet sometime in the near future.
Yes.
But we'll wait till it's appropriate to do so,
Okay, sounds good.
okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, have a good night. See you tomorrow.